Hello and welcome back to TF1C, the Formula 1 chat. Today, I don't think we'll be making a video today, but with everything that's been kicking off recently, I thought it's very crucial that we do. Oscar Piastri, the situation has been quite interesting. I think we start though by, if anyone has been living under a rock, explaining the whole situation. So this all started on Friday, I guess, when Sebastian Vettel announced his retirement from Formula 1. Then on Monday morning, Fernando Alonso, a current Alpine driver, said, "You know what, mate? I'm going to Aston," didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
It was quite shocking as well. I did not expect to see Fernando Alonso in the Aston Martin next season. First day of the summer break, everything kicking off.
Silly season time.
It's silly season indeed. So, the situation is Alpine basically told Oscar Piastri he could go and negotiate with other teams before renegotiating a contract with Alonso because they thought that would be a formality. Then on Monday, when they're shocked to find out that Alonso has agreed a contract with Aston Martin, they panic and they want to get Piastri back in the seat. But by this point, Piastri hasn't negotiated a seat elsewhere, which we believe to be McLaren, seemingly to replace Daniel Ricciardo. Anyway, Alpine yesterday now announced Oscar Piastri as their new driver. Oscar Piastri then had to take to Twitter to say, actually, no, I'm not going to be driving for Alpine at all next season. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation. It's very similar to what we saw in IndyCar with Chip Ganassi, McLaren and Alex Palou, though Alpine seem to think that they're entitled to having Oscar Piastri in the seat. So it's a weird legal dispute now of where Oscar Piastri will drive next season, but I don't know, as a McLaren fan, do you want to see Oscar in the McLaren team?
As much as I love Daniel Ricciardo, if you're telling me you've got Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri as a driver pairing in a good car, that's very, very good.
It's also the type of move that could entice Lando to stay.
Yeah.
Because, I'll be honest, at the moment, he would be looking at probably Red Bull as an option to go and be their second driver in a few years' time. Because at the moment, it doesn't look like McLaren will be able to fight at the front. But Piastri would be a very good move. For Alpine, though, this leaves them in a bit of a sticky situation. Somehow, in 48 hours, they managed to lose Fernando Alonso and Oscar Piastri.
Obviously, they could go... They could try and... Because obviously they think that legally Oscar should be driving for them.
But if he doesn't want to, then why bother?
Exactly, that's the point. You don't want to get a driver that doesn't want to be there.
Exactly, it's pointless. Because he'll just wait until his contract expires at the end of the season and then, leave. So it's pointless.
But who do Alpine go for? I think that's the big question.
There's
you've lost Alonso, you've lost Piastri.
A lot of people talking about Daniel Ricciardo potentially going the other way. I think it would be a good move for Ricciardo. I just don't know that Alpine want to throw everything at a driver that hasn't really performed very well the last few seasons. Gasly's another room touted with the move, but he has signed a new deal, so they're going to have to buy him out of that. And we know Gasly and Ocon don't get on very well.
No.
So that's unlikely to happen. Promotion through youth seems unlikely. Doohan's in his first season of F2 and Ollie Caldwell the same. Ollie Caldwell's also not very good. But
Victor Martin's like the step up from F3.
I was going to say, Victor Martin, that would be quite the step. So yeah, they are really low on options.
They have limited options.
Because I think they're going to want an experienced head in there before potentially bringing in Doohan to replace them 2 years later or a year later.
Nico Hülkenberg.
I don't know.
He's driven for Renault before.
Yeah, but so is Ricciardo. So surely then you go for Daniel Ricciardo. The problem is that you don't
I'd just love to see Hülkenberg back in the Alpine for a year. That would be quality.
I don't see a driver like Perez making that step down. That wouldn't make any sense.
No.
And there's no experienced driver in the lower teams that deserves a step up. Bottas has gone down there for a reason. He doesn't want to be at Merc anymore.
Obviously, Schumacher might not renew his contract with Haas, but that's a risk.
I was going to say, that is not exactly the move you want to be making.
Obviously, his contract's up at the end of the year, but again, I think that's another big risk.
Do you potentially look at Yuki Sonoda? His contract's up at the end of the season. He's a driver with 2 years of Formula 1 experience now. I know it's as big a risk as Mick is, but do you just take that chance? Because I think Yuki has a higher ceiling than Mick Schumacher.
Definitely.
I think Yuki also helps them branch out into an Asian market, and we know that Japanese fans absolutely love their motorsport. So does that incentivize Alpine to go for him? I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense, but I don't know if it will happen.
No.
I think at the moment Alpine are just going to go for Daniel Ricciardo, which I think is very dull. But I would absolutely love to see what Yuki Sonoda could do, given that,
Definitely.
And I think as much as people say, Ocon isn't ready to be like that first driver, step up into that role, this will be, his 5th year F1?
Yeah.
Next year, maybe even 6th. No, it's 5th, isn't it? Because he took a year out. But he has Formula 1 experience.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a young, inexperienced driver. He is still young, but he's not like in his 2nd year or something.
No.
I think he'll be fine as a team leader. And if you had a pairing of Ocon and Yuki or Ocon and Mick, you've secured your kind of future for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And those two gelling as teammates. The only problem you could have is if Mercedes decide they then want Esteban Ocon in 2024.
Yeah.
Or even at the end of 23. Though Ocon's contract expires at the end of 24, doesn't it?
This is F1. This is just an F1.
It is such a bizarre situation.
Fernando Alonso goes to Aston Martin, and the whole world of F1 has gone into.
I did see some stuff saying like, Seb retires and F1 goes to shit immediately.
Yeah. Wow.
Who do you think will end up in the Alpine then?
Obviously, as you said, I think Yuki, Mick would be great choices, but I think they will go Ricciardo.
He might do really, really well. He might do nothing.
Unless, obviously, he might not be Piastri replacing Ricciardo at McLaren. That would be a curveball if it turns out
it's
Piastri's now racing for Williams. And
exactly, they're the only other team linked. But then I don't think
he's in the Alpine.
I was going to say, I don't think you reject an Alpine seat for a Williams seat.
No.
That would make zero sense. It
if
has
he's
to be
rejected
McLaren.
Alpine, he's gone up, so it's got to be McLaren. Because it's not in Red Bull.
Unless he's going to throw I mean, Helmut Marko, if there's one man to pull it off and slap him in an AlphaTauri seat, it's Helmut Marko, isn't it? I don't think it's too outside the realms of possibility. Because Mark Webber ex-Red Bull, Helmut Marko loves a good young driver.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, it's very out there. I imagine it is McLaren. That's the team that's been linked.
Yeah.
But if they've done it on the sly, and we see Piastri at AlphaTauri next season with then looking forward to being back up to Max,
Alpine have been robbed.
Alpine would be furious. I mean, whatever the situation is, Alpine are going to be furious. But that is all for today then. I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Tell us what you make of all this Piastri situation. Who do you think Alpine should bring in to replace Fernando Alonso? And what do you think of Fernando Alonso's move to Aston Martin? They're the big talking points. That's what we've not really talked about. Alonso to Aston Martin is so bizarre. But I do think, though, the facilities and stuff that he's talking about, the high potential is interesting. And even if he isn't there to drive the best car, he could be part of the team that builds it up, like Michael Schumacher was in the Mercedes.
Yeah.
He never got to win races in that, but he did get it to the point that when Hamilton stepped in, he could win races. So maybe Alonso will be able to do that. And we'll see Lance Stroll winning races in 2024 and 2025. But that is all for today. As I said, get involved in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. It massively helps us out. I'm going to thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.